So in the last video about in the conspiracy theories playlist, I mentioned that I think that there's validity to the conspiracy theory that of the fake moon landings. And the reason why is because of the questions and the answers and just logical thought process. And you'll see the logical thought process that I have. So first, when was the last time we landed on the moon? You do this Google search, and you'll see that 40 years after moon landing, why is it so hard to go back? And that's written in 2009. So there's 8 years later, 48 years since we've been to the moon or landed on the moon. And that's space.com. So why can't we go back? And some people might say, hey, there's no reason to. There's nothing there. Well, we just found water on the moon, right? Water is important. We believe anywhere we find water, there's potential for life. So there could be life on the moon in the water. But maybe it's okay. They might change it. Well, there's no atmosphere, so there's probably no life on the moon in the water sources. But anyways, isn't that something that we should check out? Isn't that pretty something very valuable? Not only as potential to find life, but potential to use as resources in case we need to make the moon a station, basically to as a platform to launch into more ventures into space and whatever else is out there traveling to the moon or anywhere else. So there's potential there. And if you even look at the technology now, 48 years is a huge difference in time. There's multiple articles saying the smartphone is millions of times faster than NASA's 1960 computers. All right, just your current smartphone is million times faster than what was used. And how much does it actually cost to get there? How much would it cost to go to the moon? And there's a lot of approximations, some saying $100 million each. I mean, whatever. It's not like multiple billions of dollars. We have the money to do it. It's being privatized. So to actually, if it was so easy to do it 48 years ago, we have faster technology, we have more efficient fuel, we have better engineering. We've got a whole bunch of things in 48 years, advancements in technologies to get there. And not only that, it'll put to rest the whole debate about whether the moon landing was faked or not. And why doesn't the government want to do that? Is there a reason? I mean, we could put, they like war, they like weapons. They can put weapons on the moon. They could do whatever they want. They could take the resources of the moon, right? Aside from the scientific research that they could do on all the resources that they have on there. So the questions, and then the answers, that's the big important part of conspiracy theories. And do I think that we had the ability to get to the moon back in the first time we did it? I would say yes. Do I think that we did probably go to the moon for real? Yes. Do I think that there are some odd answers as to some of the questions regarding how we got there? Yes. And I want those questions answered. And until then, I have validity in thinking that there are some potential spots as to thinking that there is validity to the fake moon landing. But I can still think or believe that we did go to the moon and we landed there. I just have a lot of questions, and a lot of questions regarding why aren't we going there now if it was so easy? Why didn't we go in the last 48 years? Why didn't we start thinking of going when we found water on the moon? And so the things that you also need to watch out for is, okay, you got like Rational Wiki or any type of site, moon landing hoax. There's a lot of things that they're reasoning for. But one thing you got to talk and think about is, they lump in flat Earth conspiracy theory, a variety of conspiracy beliefs. Oh, conspiracy beliefs, I like that. See, it is a conspiracy belief. But why do they put moon landing hoax lumped into conspiracy beliefs? It's a conspiracy theory because there's a lot of theories involved or questions involved. A lot of engineers, a lot of researchers, investigators that want data. They want more evidence regarding to how we got there, the science behind it, all the paperwork, a lot of pictures, videos, a lot of footage that hasn't been released publicly, or original videos that was released publicly. I mean, I wasn't alive back then when they shot the live footage of a lot of the moon landings or whatever. I have to go by what's out there now, and what's out there on YouTube, what's out there in old websites, what's out there at NASA, what's out there whatever. It's a lot, you know. By the time I'm able to like think about it in a right way, vet the video, how well it is, I'd have to be 20, and that would make it so maybe 1998, and that would have been like 30 years or so, less than 30 years to actually understand it and see it. But you know, that's a long time between a lot of people who actually watch it live. And so with our technology, with YouTube and with the video analyzing equipment, and there's a lot of things that we could research into all the video stuff. So there's a lot of fake moon landing, and there's a search best questions. Well, what are some of the best questions? For me, it's not necessarily like, I think the best questions are the ones that you ask yourself. And that's the question. Those are the questions that I asked in this video. Is, let's put this to rest. It's a small amount of time. You can create some extra jobs. You can actually document every process, have better video footage of what's up there in on the moon. I could list hundreds. Anyone denying that we shouldn't, tell me your reason. Why shouldn't we? A waste of time again? I just told you why it's not a waste of time. That it's going to cost a lot more than it is. Well, why don't we find ways to make it more efficient and less cost expensive? We can take, if we did it with something a million times smaller than a current smartphone, all we need is a smartphone. There we go. How much does that cost? Okay, it costs a lot, but okay, we get an older smartphone that's, you know, maybe not millions of times faster, maybe thousands. We have rockets. How much has rockets improved over 48 years? I'm saying that's probably quite a lot. It's probably a lot more efficient, so it can't be based off of that. Space suits, I'm sure. I mean, we've been creating a lot of new space suits because we have an International Space Station. 48 years difference in technology of spacesuits. That's going to be a lot better. There's no reason why we shouldn't go back to the moon. There's no reason why it should take another 48 years to even decide or think about getting to the moon. And I'm hoping that we do go. I am all for going to the moon again. And whether or not I think that we did, or believe that we did land on the moon way back then, is irrelevant. We should just go back, and that's why I have questions. I have a thought process, and you've seen it, and that's how it is. Okay, that's it.